and welcome to the Miscast table. My name is Jonas.
My name is Martin.
And today we have a game of Warhammer Fantasy. We're gonna play 2,200 points. And Martin, it's great to have you back at the channel. And I must say that you have brought a great army to the table as well.
Yeah, thank you.
I've never seen something like this. This is the most impressive work I've seen so far.
I must say this is one of the most impressive armies I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's super. I think it's so great. So great.
Yeah, I've never played it before, so I contacted Mons to tell him I wanted to premiere the army at your channel because I've never played Chaos. I've never played with a Hell Cannon, Demon Prince, nothing like this before. But so I'm a rookie. But I think the theme was. It brings the army together, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
I kind of want to hear you talk about each of the individual models. Should we head into an army presentation of yours?
Absolutely. So this is 2,200 points of Warriors of Chaos, and the king of the army is King Throgg in the middle there, and he's brought his horde of Chaos Trolls. That since Throgg is in the army, they are played as core units. So all of this army is pretty much core units. They have additional hand weapons, so they get 4 attacks. And then we have 2 smaller blocks of flanking trolls. They are river trolls, but I wanted to get the appearance of them being a little bit different. Then we have 5 units of 5 Chaos Warhounds, but they are proxied in as these spiders. Because of the theme with the cave people, I don't know, cave.
Well,
cave
trolls.
theme, yeah.
Troglodytes.
Yeah.
Troglodytes. No. Too bad.
In the middle we have the Demon Prince, since I have to have some sort of magic, and I couldn't find a good proxy for like a troll that's also a magician. So in the end, I just put that toad on a giant pile of dead bodies.
I think you found the perfect model.
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
It's so thematically on
It's
spot.
Games Workshop original all the way. Like all these small blocks and the skulls and everything is Games Workshop. To the left we have my proxy for a Chaos Giant, and it's a Troggot Hag from Forge World. We're gonna play as a Chaos Giant of Nurgle. Then I spent the longest time looking for a Hell Cannon, because I thought they were really cool and thematic, but I couldn't find the right model. So in the end, my friend found this for a 3D printing website, and we bought the model, printed it, and now it looks like something that could live in a cave, but is also a living cannon, sort of. They were supposed to have 3 Chaos Dwarfs as handlers, but I haven't figured out if I should like find some goblins or something.
Yeah, that could be like fun.
I don't know, because they can work like wound marks as well. Yeah. If I had them climbing up the back or something.
Yeah,
I haven't figured it out.
It's the nightmare fuel. It looks so creepy.
Yeah. Like I spent the longest time with the eyes. I just thought I wanted to paint it black or something like dead animal eyes.
Yeah. I think it was perfect because now you get a focus point.
Yeah,
on
exactly. Like I was like, if I'm still gonna paint the black, I might as well try this. And I spent hours and hours. Like the outlines are horrible. Like you have to like go back and forth and back and forth. You want it to have really round pupils and stuff.
I imagine walking into a cave and turning into a tunnel, and it takes up the entire tunnel.
Yeah.
It's watching you with licking its lips with those.
Exactly. It should be like this the animal in the sand in Star Wars, you know.
Yeah.
It's just teeth. It's just one hole with teeth.
Yeah.
So that's my army. There's not a lot of I think it's exactly 50 models, if I'm not wrong. 52.
But you don't think it's a lot because you play high ups usually?
Yeah. And I play Beastmen and I play Astra Militarum.
Yeah.
So this is like 200 points for me normally.
Because I think Jonas probably has fewer models than you.
So. Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but the fun thing is, like, you wrote to me yesterday that there was a high competitive comp score. Like if you calculate the comp score. Yeah. And I just had to go in and like the spiders are I think it's -9, since I have it's 4 if you have up to 13 or something. Then it's 1. No, up to 20 it's -4, but then it's -1 for each. So this is 9. This is like 40. But then the trolls, 1 to 9 trolls is -9 each. 9 to 15 is -13 each. And then 15 and above is 15 points each negative. So I have a competitive score of -35 in this one.
That's not legal.
No, it's not legal. But it's like, it's the count of trolls. Like if I only had 15 trolls, I would shave off like 100. But then I have 23. Because this one is 40. And -1 for each troll. So it's 40 plus 23. And then you have like, it escalates really hard. You aren't supposed to build it like this.
No, but it's a super cool
Having seen this armor, I think you should build it exactly like this.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope it's fun to play with it, because I think it can go really, really good or extremely bad. Like if you knock off this block and they are fleeing, I really don't have a lot to do.
But
like,
there are certain armies that suffer from that problem. I play Ogre Kingdoms and they have that exact same issue.
Yeah.
Like if you land a too powerful spell on their main block and force them to flee, the game is basically over. But
exactly.
I think that the melee-oriented playstyle in Warhammer Fantasy is really fun to play, because you get that strategic movement of units and planning ahead, and then when you get to start rolling dice, you get to roll so many dice, it's fun.
Yeah. But I think like the fun way to play against these, the real way to play is probably initiative test and flaming attacks. Like then you win. But the fun way would be like to try to cast modifiers on strength and toughness and stuff. Then it would be equal out the fight. But if you really want to win and you know the army, then it's probably quite easy.
Yeah, you could build like Dark Elves and use their magic to force initiative tests and stuff like that. It's over. Basically.
And Weird Elves, as long as you have flaming attacks, these guys have no armor save. They only have regeneration. So like flaming attacks and initiative test, and the army is gone. So that's also like with the spiders to have Vanguard. Like if I see a cannon or something that like is trying to cast spells or trap me down, I have to get there and win a round so I can move forward. Because I'm not gonna like chicken out and don't charge. I have to try everything to get into combat. But I'm probably like, if this one gets into combat, it's gonna be fun to see. But like the Hell Cannon, I'm really psyched. Like it can just freak out and run away and charge into stuff and like you shoot. I think one of the miscast is like everything is double strength and it explodes. I think there's really weird rules, but I like it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my Ogre Kingdoms army, and I didn't really know how to build it this time. I figured that I wanted to build something where I get to use my lead belchers. That was my first thought, so I'm fielding 2 units of 4 each of lead belchers, because they are so great at causing wounds, rolling a multitude of dice. So I am going to try to play around these guys. I kind of want them to have them somewhat protected by my 2 units of Ogre Bulls and Iron Guts. So I have 14 Ogre Bulls with Iron Fists, giving them a parry save in melee and somewhat improving their non-existent armor save. Then I have a bunch of heavy hitters, 10 Iron Guts, and finally I'm bringing a set of 4 Mornfang cavalry, also equipped with great weapons and heavy armor, which I'm gonna use as a flanking unit, because I figured that I want to use my lead belchers to whittle down and weaken any units that I'm forced to go into melee with, because now that I've seen Martin's army, I'm far from confident that I'll be able to meet him head on. I think I need to set up my positions well so that I get those flanking charges, I get a multitude of combats happening on my terms as opposed to on his. Because whilst the ogres are strong in melee, I kind of fear that his regeneration save is going to get the better of me. So I need to plan ahead and try to set up an ideal position before we get into those melee charges. Commanding my army, I have a Tyrant, which I have equipped with a great name this time. He is a Maw Seeker, meaning that he has 1 additional toughness, but he also suffers from the rule of stupidity, because he is so sturdy, so he doesn't really care all that much about, or he has been hit 1 too many times in the head. Meaning that I have the same rule as Martin. I'm gonna need to roll for stupidity on whatever unit he rolls and joins with. I also have my battle standard bearer. He is equipped with some additional armor equipment. He has a dragon helmet, giving him an improved armor save and additional ward save against flaming attacks. And finally, I decided, since Martin and me spoke beforehand, he particularly mentioned that he didn't want to roll any initiative tests. So I figured, okay, I'm not going to bring a Slaughtermaster this time. I'm going to bring a Firebelly because I wanted to play this guy anyways. But as it turns out, if I can roll something extremely lucky, if I can get the Flaming Sword for Ruin, then I might be able to augment and give my guys exactly that. So this guy might turn out to be the star player of the entire army.
I have 2 questions for you in your army.
Okay.
The first one is the cannon. Where is it?
It's at home. I have a multitude of lead belchers, and they were competing for points. Yeah. Because I usually prefer the cannon because it's really a great unit. It got mobility, it got strength, and it got that grape shot that is really dirty. At the same time, I really want to play with the lead belchers because I feel that it's fun. These guys can roll so many dice. It's hilarious at times.
Yeah, are they like D6?
Yeah, they have multiple shots, and each of them has to roll for how many shots they fire, and then you just blast away.
Yeah, completely broken unit. They're so strong.
And they can also move and fire without penalty. Not that they have a great ballistic skill to start with, but they are able to be.
They make up for it in a number of shots.
Yeah. Quantity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Question number 2 is, how does it feel to not be the biggest, baddest melee unit around? How does that affect your playstyle?
I think it's a morality drop for sure. I usually want to feel like if I can get my units into melee, that's a great feeling. And now I have to play a wholly different playstyle because I kind of know beforehand that if I go just head first in, I'm gonna have a really bad day when those troll blows come raining down on my unit. And yeah, I don't really know how to play against that kind of army. I've never seen that amount of trolls before, so it's gonna be interesting to find out for sure.
But should we head into a deployment?
I think we should.
Dawn attack. That could be fun.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's gonna mess up so very much of
Yeah.
my game plan. Like every flanking thought I
Yeah.
had.
Might as well. All the spiders.
The Anvil of Wall. Any unit within 6 inches of an Anvil of Wall has both medical attacks and the flaming attacks special rule. And this really came out to be an important piece of terrain in our upcoming game. A Wyrthing Well is a medical place where a unit within 3 inches can drink from the well at the end of its movement phase. An Idol of Gork, or possibly Mork. Any warriors within 6 inches gets to re-roll failed charge distance rolls. Dawn attack. First make a roll off to see which side of the table that you will start deploying with them. The player that wins the roll-off must deploy his or her entire army first. Before deploying each unit, roll a die and refer to the deployment table to see where the unit must be placed. On a result of 1, it must be placed on the left flank. On a result of 2, it must be placed on the right flank. On a result of 3 to 5, it must be placed on the center area of the deployment zone. On a result of 6, the player gets to decide wherever they want to place it within the whole deployment area. Any characters that wants to join a unit must be declared before making the roll for that unit. After the first player has deployed their entire army, the second player does the same. Game lasts for 6 game turns until a time limit is reached, and the victory is determined using victory points. If you look at the table right now. These units should be over there.
You're not feeling happy?
I feel like I lost half my army.
Where's the other half?
Yeah, but how are you gonna go about doing this?
I got this hill at least.
Yeah.
This one is huge.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I need to face those guys head on. It kind of seems like you got your setup perfect.
I wouldn't change a lot, really. Like the cannon is on the right side. The
Like
giant,
the
I would like
giant
to have.
is kind of misplaced, and of
Yeah.
course the demon prince is gonna be an issue for you as well. But
Well, I mean, you still have this corridor here. We could advance.
I don't know
It's
if
really
I
hard
can
for
get
him
my
to meet you.
spiders.
Yeah, it's hard for him to meet you in that corridor.
yeah.
This might be troublesome as well in the middle here, because his unit is very wide.
Yeah, if
So-
I can somewhat get my units into combat first.
I think you need to think a lot about how you move.
Yeah.
Like very strategic about your movement.
Yeah,
You
but
could gain advances. But the same goes for Martin as well. But this unit is hard to maneuver. It's so big.
Yeah.
But you get to make some vanguard movements, right? Or
Yeah,
should
that's
I
right.
should I roll for if I get to steal initiative, because that might influence your vanguard movements.
Yeah, but I think I have to do the vanguard first.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, you do it before the turn
Yeah.
starts, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, but this is like when I try to roll for initiative.
Let's see what it says.
It's after deployment, the player that set up second rolls a die. Yeah, after deployment. Okay.
Okay.
So
If-
is
if
Vanguard a part of deployment or not? It is, right?
I think
Or-
it's a rule that sets before the start of the first turn.
Yeah. So then it's
Yeah.
like, but maybe we can roll it, and people can slaughter us
Yeah.
again in the comments.
Yeah.
They're always nice, so we paint it up like they're gonna kill us.
I start 1, 2, 3.
Only on a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So,
6 only.
only on a 6. Oh, you get the first turn.
The vanguard is 12,
Yeah, 12.
and your movement is like 6.
6.
But
You
don't they
are
have like
charged.
an ogre charge or something?
That is that they get an overly powerful.
I just want to steal a turn right here. Probably gonna have to. These guys have to go for. What was the reroll for?
6 inches within.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna get one in. Can't get them both. Like so wide. Like the 6 inches right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna go forward. They're creeping up. Here comes the hard part.
That summarizes every game of
Yeah,
Warhammer Fantasy
yeah,
I've
exactly.
ever played. I don't know what I'm doing.
And like in this part, you have to maneuver around well, probably.
Yeah, I guess you could probably pass over it. It's not impossible
it's-
terrain, but
I'm gonna place it like. I'm just gonna do this.
yeah.
That's my vanguard movements. And now my table looks even emptier.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing left.
But then we head into the first turn of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So best of luck, Martin.
Thank you. Charges to declare. I have
I'm gonna remind you. Stupidity test.
stupidity test
Yeah.
on the trolls.
I'm also gonna remind you that it's turn 1 and you can't charge.
Yeah. Okay. So no charges. But I'm gonna move quite a bit
Yeah, now you can get into positions that you get everything that you get those
Yeah.
rerolls.
because you can still move and fire. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
He can still charge
Yeah.
in turn
Yeah.
his turn 1.
But I don't really want to charge because then you're gonna fall out with the demon prince.
Yeah.
But you have to commit now because if you get
Yeah.
the demon prince,
Because they're gonna get shot to pieces.
if you
I'm
want to.
just gonna go this way. I'm gonna march, and you don't have to roll, right?
No,
stupidity. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is it 2 dice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
leadership test.
Yeah, they stumble. Really bad.
But
And it's-
what leadership does the demon prince have? Because they're in
Oh,
his
he can
leadership.
use his-
If he is the general.
No, he's not the general.
Alright. Yeah.
No, he's the general. That's right. The demon prince is the general.
Okay,
because he
then-
has
then we can
leadership
use
9.
Leadership, then they're
Yeah,
fine.
they're fine.
Completely
They're
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, then they can move up to 12.
No. But what about the Throgg unit? Since
Yeah, that's. That's the problem for another day.
But he's part of the unit. We need to check how that works.
But he has the leadership, so he grants the unit rolls in the highest.
Yeah. All right.
character.
Yeah.
Like the demon prince can fly.
Yeah.
But I can't move over this.
Yeah,
right?
you can.
Yeah,
But as
okay.
long as you can fit, you need to be 1 inch from each terrain piece when you land.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can fly straight over everything.
But you can fly into the forest if you want.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of stupid?
I don't
Probably.
know. Some forests
No.
might be super good.
Yeah.
I kind of want to be able to cast like I can't cast through the forest, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, but I'll just place him over by almost by the well.
He can drink at the well if he wants to.
Yeah,
at the
but I
end
think
of the, at the end
5
of the
inches.
He's right at home in the well. The frog in the well, isn't that the story?
Yeah.
And
And I'm gonna move these guys. And I shouldn't have pivoted.
movement.
But
I'm
By
gonna
the
charge
hill-
them so heavily if they.
yeah. I'm not gonna move those spiders, but the hell cannon, because it could be random movement, you know.
Yeah, I think you might need to roll that.
Yeah, and that because if I move my other units up first, this guy likes to drive over them.
Yeah, it might actually be that you need to roll check for stupidity on every guy, and then you make the.
I think you check for stupidity
Yeah,
in the
that's true.
start
That's
of,
true.
of movement.
Yeah,
That's
so
like,
below 8 on these,
That's fine,
That's okay.
super
And
fine.
these below 8 as well, fine.
Yeah.
And the giant, right? It's also stupid.
I don't. The regular giant does not have stupidity.
This is the chaos giant. No, stubborn, terror.
Yeah,
Lord.
I think they are actually one of the
okay.
most like they are immune psychology more.
Then we have
I thought you were going to say one of the brightest characters.
In this army, it might actually be.
Yeah, it might be the brightest.
Yeah.
But maybe Throgg, he looks quite intelligent.
the hell cannon has to take leadership test.
Okay.
If I pass it, all is good.
How much leadership does he have?
Yeah, he has 9.
That's
Or
pretty
Or the
respectable.
Chaos Dwarf Handlers has 9, but it's
Okay.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
if the test is failed, pivot the hell cannon to face the closest enemy units. Random movement 3d6. But then I can move it. Move or fire is the rule. What's that rule?
If you want to shoot, you cannot make a movement.
Now I want to shoot it before it dies,
Okay.
so I'm just
Then you're just gonna leave him be.
But he can pivot freely still.
He can pivot
No.
freely.
Yeah. What was the water?
We have to roll for it if you get into it.
Yeah, it's like the
a
forest.
mysterious river.
Let's just not do that.
Nice oasis.
I think rivers are actually one of those things that have so they bring terrible results when you get into combat.
Yeah, that could be really rough.
I'm just gonna do this.
How much movement do they have?
6, I think.
Oh, you margin them. Yeah. But
Yeah, but I just had to check if he has lower movement. but
and
he
the,
doesn't.
the ogres look so small.
Yeah.
I usually think they look really big when we play the darkest, but now they look really small.
I feel bad.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna move my last 2 inches on this one just to get the giants.
All right.
I'm gonna place this one in the water.
Now we
Alright.
roll to see.
Roll to see which kind
Because
of
then
river
the
you
giant
have.
can get like over here.
Yep.
Not in the water.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But it looks like he likes the water. He has like a fishing net.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so it's a bit
thematic
thematic.
as well.
But the water is too clear for him
Yeah.
to enjoy it.
1d6.
1d6 for the water. A 1.
It's probably a normal river. Don't drink the water.
Oh.
So
Then yeah.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay.
Don't drink.
That's all my movements. Magic. 5. And
that's a kind of good roll for you. Like you get one spell and I have a poor choice of
what's the how do you channel in 8?
1d6 and on a result of 6 you get
Per
additional.
wizard.
Per wizard.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
I do not.
So 6 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Curse of the Leopard to increase the toughness of these guys by D3.
Okay.
I'm gonna 3 dice it.
3 toughness is...
And it's 7, 8, 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I think you might have some other spell.
The other one is Magic Missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have an additional toughness.
D3 toughness.
7.
Are all
No,
of them toughness 7?
Like, I think they are toughness
5?
5, 4, 4. Yeah,
Okay, so
toughness
they're
7.
Toughness 7. Yeah.
But it's just like...
That's not...
Yeah, like my great weapon have to roll a 5 plus to win that.
Rancid Visitation, 18 inches. Hey, I can't reach anything. Yep, that's my magic face.
Are you sure you can't reach
Do you not have any other...
No, 18 inches is...
Okay, do you have any other spells you can fire
Yeah,
on?
but I don't. Fun. Direct damage. But that's the teardrop shape. Like.
Okay, it's even shorter range.
Yeah, I can give them poisonous attacks on an 8+. But that's like... I don't know. I'll give it to these guys. Poisonous attacks.
Yeah, or the spiders perhaps. They might have it. They...
Hey, you know what? Let's give it to the spiders. Poisonous attacks to the spiders on an 8+.
they get it.
Yeah, they do get it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great start. Your
Yeah,
second magic roll.
That's really nice. So, they have poisonous attacks.
Let's stay with the good things.
Yeah, this
That's
this was fun.
That's okay.
Let's see if your demon prince is alive after this.
But I think I have successfully cast 2 spells. So then I have to roll 2d6. On a 6, it gains 1
Okay, so
wound and toughness.
Alright.
Wounds and toughness are both increased by 1 for the rest of the game. So
Oh,
any
whoa, whoa.
6s here. No. But the miscast is
2d6.
yeah, and it's a
9. It's a magical feedback. The wizard disperses the excess magical energy, but the resulting feedback leaves him unable to harness the winds of magic for a time. The wizard on every model on the same side that can generate power die suffers a strength 6 hit, and then you lose power die. So that's actually a really
That's kind of, but a strength 6 hit, and he is a toughness 5, so it's a 3+. Yeah, he takes a wound.
unless he has some save or.
He has armor save 2+, but that's not against this, right?
Yeah, no, I think you can actually. It's just a regular.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can make saves,
so
but it's
The strength 6, so,
So
it's
it goes to 3+, goes to 4+, 5+.
5+ armor save. No, and the 5+ ward save. No, he takes a wound.
Man, this is
But
gonna be a
like,
difficult game. I mean,
It wasn't worth the wound to give them like toughness 7 and poisonous attacks. If I'm gonna be
But giving the spiders poison attacks is thematically fantastic
Yeah.
because they're actually like warhounds or something, aren't they?
yeah, they are warhounds, and I didn't spend the points to give them poisonous attacks, but the Vanguard was really important
Yeah.
to me.
you could give them poison attacks.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But that's my turn.
Alright.
No,
no, we
wait.
have.
I had the shooting.
Yeah, we have some real fun stuff.
Okay.
I didn't want you to miss out.
Nightmare fuel cannon is gonna fire.
Okay, so I've never fired a cannon in fantasy before.
But
So
it's a
no-
stone thrower, right? Somewhat.
Doomfire is fired following the rules for a stone thrower with the following profile: 12 to 60 inch, strength 5, 10. Move or fire, multiple wounds D6, slow to fire.
Alright, so then we need the big template.
Or I don't know. Is it the big template or is it the small
But
regular template?
the thing is, any unit that suffers 1 or more casualties from Doomfire must take a panic test with a -1 penalty to the leadership.
It's
Should the artillery dice roll a misfire, roll a d6. So I'm kind of hoping for a misfire later on in the game, just to see it.
See what happens.
Yeah, but not the first turn.
But right now I have to like declare.
We're gonna
Then I
see.
roll.
We usually don't play with that many stone throwers, but I think it's the large template.
Take the small round template if you are fighting a regular stone thrower.
I think there's one over there behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then scatter.
Yeah, it scatters. That's right.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
where do you
roll.
want it?
I'm just gonna place it. Oh, that's so mean. But I'm just gonna place it in the middle of his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you get my lead tyrant, firebelly, and 7 ogres.
Yeah. And then you watch the misfire over here. Oh, so do
Dead on.
Okay, and then it's on the middle units.
Okay.
It's strength 10.
Yeah.
Multiple wounds D6.
Okay.
Oh. Which one is the middle?
It's a regular.
Roll.
Yeah, so it's probably 2 plus.
Yeah, 2 plus. Yeah.
And D6
Multiple
wounds. 5 wounds.
That's 1 ogre.
Yeah.
Gone.
That's no, they can't save.
Yeah.
And how many regular ogres?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other.
Yeah. And then it's strength 5.
Wounding on 3 plus.
That's a lucky
2.
roll for you.
And do we have multiple wounds or is it
No,
just-
no.
Okay, so. Then 1 ogre is down to 1 life.
Yeah.
And then you have 1 for the firebelly and 1 for the tyrant. I kind of want to roll Lookout Star on him,
Okay.
on this guy.
Yeah.
So Lookout Star for tyrant. Yes, and Lookout Star for firebelly.
Yeah, it's on a 2 plus, right?
Yeah, I think
It's
I-
ones, right?
yeah, I think 1 is the
Yeah.
but we could check it if we're-
Two regulars.
one additional, so that means another ogre is gone.
The multiple rules roll was great, but your other 2 wound rolls were so-so. A
Yeah,
lot of
but
1s and 2s. but-
It's okay, but I'm mostly psyched for the miscast or the misfire table. Like, it's really funny. He just freaks out and
Okay.
blows up.
But now I have to take a leadership test, right?
Panic.
Yeah.
Panic test.
Panic
So-
test on
Unless
mi-
they're immune or something.
No.
-1 to the leadership.
-1 to the leadership. They are off the table, I think.
No, you have the banner, right?
No, it's like my bruiser is over here.
No.
Yeah, I think they are gonna go unless I roll a double one and
Are
a
you
mistake.
serious?
I think it might be no. 1.
4 is
This cat.
They are off the table.
That's a rough
That's
start.
not funny.
That's a rough one.
They're dead.
Yeah, they run away. That's
Yep. That's a good start.
Oh man.
that's a rough one for me.
I'm really sorry.
No worries.
Oh.
The dice have ruled.
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
Alright.
man.
How am I gonna? Okay, that
was
was my.
that the end of Martin's turn, right?
That was
Yeah,
the end of
that's
turn
all
one.
I got.
Yeah, that's all you got. If that's that's only the beginning, you know.
That's only the beginning. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to like think about how I'm gonna go about making this work. I think I got some charges to declare at least. I do not have any other tests that I need to worry about, but I think these ones want to declare a charge against these ones. Arguably, I need to roll 8 plus to get into melee.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold.
And these ones are also gonna charge, but this one is gonna be a tougher roll, I think. I need 13, 7 plus on these guys.
I'm gonna hold it as well.
Yeah. So let's start with the Swift Stride guys. 8 plus. They are in and they get their Ogre charge, so
Yeah.
in the flank, so at least
The spiders are quite dead, right?
They're
If I'm not
very likely gonna be very dead.
and these guys need 7 plus. They get 7, so
Yeah.
they smash it.
Also in. Yeah.
Ogres,
The dice gods are somewhat fair at least.
yeah, somewhat fair. I hope I get to roll like high on every die result except my potentially miscast that I don't
The thing
get to
is
make
that,
anymore.
As soon as you kill Throgg, I'm pretty much gonna crumble.
But that's a
Since
tough
it's
job for
Yeah.
Mornfang.
Yeah.
It's a big ask, but it might work.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm.
We'll see.
We gotta
But,
believe,
we
right?
gotta believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that you're excited for Jonas to kill Throgg.
Yeah, sort of. I really want to try
Uh,
this army for all the
Yeah.
Okay.
Range
These are just
purpose.
gonna pivot and move, scuffle about.
But to be honest, I'm kind of bummed that the Hell Cannon got away the big units. I was looking forward to a large fight.
But things are not over yet.
No, it's not over yet, but I was looking forward to a giant
It's,
fight.
yeah, a giant fight would have been fun with like your boss against my general, but
But that's really... What was your leadership?
9.
We rolled
You
double
rolled a
sixes.
12. That's-
Okay, but we're gonna have some quick phases from the ogres down. So I'm gonna head into making some shooting attacks. I think these ones are gonna allocate all the wounds to the poisonous spiders, rolling 4 dice, and they're gonna roll 9 attacks. And they have a somewhat low ballistic skill since they are. I think they are at a distance.
Okay.
They are actually within. Range of 24 days there.
Alright, so then they have 12, so...
It's gonna be an uphill battle, but I'm gonna fight it to the end. Meaning that I need force to rule this. Those are off the table, but these ones might hit. Strength
Toughness 3.
Then it's 3 plus 2 wound. 2 wounds.
Yeah.
So at least 25% has died.
Yeah.
So
But they might be immune psychology or something. Like dogs.
No.
Okay.
They're not.
Okay, then these ones are just gonna blast away into the other spider unit.
Yeah.
And they should also be within 12. Yeah. So rolling 4 dice, they get a really good volley of 14.
yeah.
And
Those are super nasty when they get so high rolls.
I'm gonna roll 1 additional die after this. And this one was a miss. And this one is not.
So it's on force.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then 3 plus. So 3.
I have to be...
So I get to slaughter some spiders.
And then I have to... Do I do the panic test right away?
At the end of the shooting phase, I
Okay.
think. But I don't have any more shooting to be
Okay.
done.
Yeah.
So the unit with 2 spiders
Yep.
don't pass.
That probably. If
Their
leadership
leadership...
I would be
Well,
impressed.
yeah, they're 5. But no, 12 inch. They're both outside, so he runs away.
Yep.
9 inches through
10 inches.
10 inches.
No.
They're
You're
off the table.
No, they're not gonna be off the table because you don't count the.
Oh, okay.
But they should be on the other side of the dice of the movement
Yeah.
tray because
There.
you turn them straight around, so they should be like.
I think that's roughly correct.
Yeah, but
No, then yes.
that's not.
So then we have some combats that I feel will go in the way of the ogres.
Yeah, but
But you can overcharge into the trolls as well.
yeah.
But do I really want that? Because then I'm gonna lose my shark bonus. And I'm gonna eat
Probably.
a flank charge and I'm gonna eat tons of charges. I don't
That
know.
might be a problem.
But we'll see. Impact hits. Each of these has D3 impact hits, I think.
five
They're
spiders.
gonna stand.
I think only these 2 get to make impact hits. So 2 impact hits, strength 5, I think they are against.
Some are 2 plus.
What is this?
Bullshit.
But I think I might win this combat.
Yeah,
It would be terrible if I did that.
if you don't, you should just go home. Pack it up and leave.
I have initiative 3
Okay, initiative 3.
with 1 spider
Yeah.
or 1 warhound.
Yeah. You can't even kill one, but you can make one wound, I guess.
Initiative 3, you said. You are rolling ahead of me now. I have initiative 2 on.
Okay.
You have great. Well, yeah, but you have the mount as well.
Yeah.
I have 1 attack. Weapon skill 4.
You have actually higher weapon skill than me.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
so
a hit.
then it's strength 3.
Strength 3 against my toughness 4 is actually
Good.
a
It's
wound.
Yeah, that's a wound.
Yeah. I have a 2+ armor save.
Oh.
So strength 3 you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I roll a 1 here,
That's barely.
but they stand.
Yeah.
They
For now.
survive. Okay, then I get to roll a bunch of attacks back. So each of these hits on wounds on a 2+ and they have the same weapon skill, so I'm just gonna roll them as 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fetch another die. This is 8 Moonfang cavalry attacks and 6 great weapon attacks.
Yeah.
And
One
I'm hitting
is
on
hiding.
4+. And that one I think was.
Yeah, it was.
And wounding on 2+. So that's 5 dead
That's
spiders.
They're gone. They scuttle off into the cave.
So now you got some choices to make. You could overcharge. Or you could Could you reform?
I can try to restrain, I think.
I don't think you even have to. I think it's a choice if you can overcharge.
Season 1 combat.
Yeah.
Does it,
We should film this. Okay.
This might be one of the things that we got slightly wrong, but we read it as follows. Since the unit that was destroyed did not flee, and as per page 55 in the rulebook, it did not flee and the combat was not a draw, my unit can then immediately make a combat reform maneuver.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna ever so slightly pivot my guy so that I don't get a flank charge from these other ones.
Alright.
But over here we have 3 regular.
you rolled a 7, is that the higher?
No, yeah, I need to be 10+.
Okay.
So it's just a regular, but each ogre behind the ogre that makes the bull charge adds a strength value to the one in the front. So this one has a strength 7, wounding on 2+, 2+, 2+. So
And D3.
no, only just 1. So I'm just gonna roll 3 impact hits.
Yeah.
So
All wounds.
That's 3 dead.
but then you get to hit before me.
Yeah, that's right.
Or wait, I might actually be higher initiative on my.
I can use it 4, but Jonas has already won combat no matter what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, that's
my bruiser has an initiative of 3, so we hit at the same time actually.
Yeah. 4+. No, that's my combat.
Yeah.
I think you hit on 3+, because you have higher weapon skill than my ogres.
Oh really? Then it's 1 hit, and
Yeah.
to wound it's a 5+.
Unless you specifically want to hit
No,
my.
that's a wall.
That's a small wound.
Yeah. This is my only moment in the game, so I want to savor it. 4 attacks, and I have a. That's not hits, but those 2 are. And I am strength 6, since I am a giant breaker. So he broke those spiders
Yeah.
into.
They're gone. And now you get the combat reform, or you wanna try to overrun over here.
How bad would it be? Because if I charge off the table, I think I get back into.
Yeah, the next round.
So if
But then
I.
you can't charge, right?
Yeah, the overrun.
Yeah, but if you go off the table, you can't round.
Yeah, and
You can't
actually,
charge the turn you come
No, no.
into.
but I don't think
No.
I can anyways, because it's too long a distance to get over there. And even if I reform, I'm just gonna have a difference. I'm gonna, because if I
But
get
if
the
you
perfect result
Yeah.
and get a 5, then I might be able to.
You should
Yeah,
be able
but
to overrun and like.
Can I direct the charge? Isn't that straightforward?
No, it's straightforward.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna overrun.
Yeah.
Or do I need a other unit?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna overrun. And if I go off the table, I'm gonna come in at the end of the... Okay, so
you come in where you go out, right? Or do you come in anywhere?
No, I think it's like if it goes out here.
Because you're gonna go out here.
Yeah.
Then you can come in here.
This is one of the things that seldom happens.
Yeah, it does almost never happen, but I'm feeling like this was a pretty decent turn for Jonas, because I don't think that you can charge here next turn. And he's gonna come in from behind on that one.
Yeah, the only thing that can charge is this one.
Yeah, but does he
He
really
can
need
charge.
to be afraid of that one? I mean,
No.
it could maybe kill 1/1, but
No, I'm just gonna tie him up for a round.
yeah.
But I don't know where like the value, am I in the side or in the front?
Probably in the front. It's
You
where the
measure
majority.
from my unit. So this one, if the majority is
Yeah,
within,
then I'm in the front.
I think
So if I charge with this unit,
Yeah.
then I can't fit this unit. And this unit can't fit because of my spiders.
Yeah.
And the giant can't go in because of them.
Yeah.
it's gonna be a really hard job for the ogres to like.
But it depends on how you sequence it. Because if these guys can charge, then you can charge these first.
Yeah,
And then
you
these
can-
might not
yeah.
be blocked.
I think so.
So if
as
you
well.
sequence you start with spiders, if they can charge, which I'm not sure if they can, but if they can, then these guys can charge after, and they might not be blocked by the spiders, depending on how things turn out.
But did you get flaming attacks on the hill?
I'm just gonna check up on the hill because it might come into effect as well.
On the charge?
Yeah, on the charge. I should have taken dangerous terrain test. That's actually 2 wounds. So
The dice rolls are not kind.
No.
yeah,
But they give it and they take it,
They
so
give it
maybe
so these ones are off the table and they're gonna come back.
they're gonna come back from the white dice over
Yeah.
there.
But now they can't get shot at by the cannon at least.
No, exactly. I only have one.
That is the end of Ogre Kingdoms turn 1, and we pass it on to Martin.
I think that was a decent turn, actually. Of course,
Was
I killed spiders.
By the...
Every unit that matters is still at the table, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna charge the spiders into them. And you're gonna stand and shoot, right?
I do not get to stand and shoot with these guys,
Okay.
actually. So,
And I'm gonna charge the trolls into the
Ah.
other units.
but we forget the stupidity tests. all
Ah,
around the
that's
table.
true. That's true.
No.
And if the cannon does something funny.
Yeah. Maybe we should roll for stupidity and canon
Yeah,
stupidity.
let's do that. Let's do that. I'm outside of the range for the... So now they use their own leadership.
Which is 4, I think.
But are they not...
They make it!
Okay.
3.
It's stupidity that makes them immune to
Yeah.
psychology, so. And your dice rolls have been
Yeah, they've been
On
pretty
point.
good.
yeah, you're not welcome back
So
anymore.
I kind of want to see these guys face off
Yeah.
against some dark elves.
yeah.
But those are okay. And then let's do these guys.
Yeah.
They are okay,
Battles.
since they are in the bubble of him.
No, I don't think that, since he is not a general, he does not grant the leadership bubble.
Yeah, but he has the
he's a
power
special
command.
rule. Yeah, okay.
So he has like 18 inches.
Okay, that's proper.
And the big block. What happens if they run over my spiders? They actually fail.
He is not, yeah.
Then they just
But
stumble
they-
forward.
Can't use the leadership bubble of him because he's 9.
Yeah, they
I
can.
think they can.
They can.
actually.
Okay, so then they should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's 9, they should be alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Demon
They're-
Prince
they're-
telling Throgg
Yeah.
or
I've
whatever.
been really lucky with the placement of this.
yeah.
And last but not least, the
Funny guy.
below 9.
Yeah, it is below 9.
So the charges to declare were spiders, the trolls.
Yeah.
The trolls you can stand and shoot, right?
No.
Yeah.
They're
These
slow to fire.
are slow to fire.
Alright.
So I cannot.
And then we have the trolls here into the or the dogs.
Oh,
They're
That's
yeah.
within. The trolls, however, they might be.
Yeah, they even within. It's 6 inches movement.
So then they would need 15. They would need 9.
Yeah, but
Considering the rolls you've been having, yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
yeah.
It's a be a troll.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be on the receiving end of this?
Well, every once in a while, everyone has to take a beating.
Yeah.
I have to roll 3+, I think.
Yeah, it's basically impossible for you to play. Do I really? Should I? I think I need to be in combat this time. I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
Stay and fight.
They're in.
Do you want any other charges, or do you want to line up?
No, I'm just gonna...
Line them up.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move the spiders.
Yeah.
So they're not in the way anymore. I go like this and this. I'm just gonna pivot them like 5 inches.
Yeah. Set them up in the perfect position.
And the giant.
Yeah.
Where do I want him? Since he's a single unit, can he like pivot around?
He can pivot freely.
The only thing is you can't charge like that.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's a smart move.
That might be a great move.
I think I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna move him.
Huh?
I'm gonna pivot him around.
But he also pivots freely.
Yeah.
But he can charge if he's on special
Yeah, and that's
time.
one of the scary things about that guy because
he's even worse in close combat.
he's forced to be reckoned with. So if I get both the troll and
I'm just sitting here waiting for
Yeah.
Okay, but that's my move. No, I have the demon prince. Yeah.
yeah.
Frog man.
I'm just gonna fly him over here.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it's magic.
Yes. That's it.
No, I have to roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep running. And they
Yeah,
run up
they're
there.
done.
Slight victory
So
for
that's
the
15 spiders.
Yeah.
And
Is
the
that the
magic-
same as the big unit of ogres? Same amount of points?
I think
Yeah.
it's the same amount of models.
what was the unit cost for like? if you have a magician?
Including the general and the magician, probably around 900. Or for 800 somewhat.
I feel really bad about that one. 9 for the magic.
Funny magic.
And the channel? No. So 9. The target unit's close combat attacks gain the poison attacks. Let's go for the spiders again.
Okay.
4 dice for blades of putrefaction. It's barely.
Yeah, but you
5,
get
6, 11, 15.
they are gonna cause additional wounds, but I think that the other spell is worse. I think that I need to save my dispel dice.
Let's do this. Let's decrease their toughness by D3.
These guys.
Yeah.
Oh, this would be bad if these guys lost the
Yeah,
spiders.
poisonous
Okay.
attacks.
Yeah.
But
Lose the 3 spiders.
I'm gonna 5 dice. I'm gonna miscast this one. Let's do that.
Oh, you get a
High roll.
mid, but high.
13, 17, 21.
17, 21. Okay, so I need double sixes because I'm not gonna. I don't get it. It's there.
Yeah.
So you
So
decrease
D3.
my D3. 2. Oh, they are down to 2 toughness.
Then I have.
You're gonna get killed by spiders.
I succeeded with 2 spells, so on any 6s I gain a wound and a toughness on my demon prince. No.
I just need to have a safety check. Do these guys are they immune fear, or do they cause fear?
They nothing.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask for a leadership test, and I have my ever so slight chance of them not of the roll 10 plus. No.
Trolls are.
Then they have superior weapon skill, superior damage, poisonous attack against the toughness 2 target.
They have weapon skill 3.
Okay. Weapon skill 3 as well, I think.
Yeah. So on a 4 plus.
Yep.
Poisonous attacks. That gives me nothing.
2 attacks, strength,
3.
1 and a 3 plus.
2.
2 wounds, okay.
Yeah,
My
when
guys
it's-
do have. I think I actually have
If you have strength 3, you should have.
Yeah, I have a 6 plus light armor save.
Didn't they have iron hands thing?
Not these levatures.
So that's those guys.
Okay.
And it's the river trolls or the.
I'm just gonna hit back.
Oh. Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Hitting on 4 plus and running on 3 plus. That's 3, 2 plus, 2.
Yeah.
But you get to stomp them as well.
I get stomp.
Yeah.
I get 2 stomps. 1 stomp.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they did actually deal 2 wounds.
That's more than I thought they were gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, so depending on how this goes, I think that they're just gonna line up, see if they can get a volley of these guys then. I reckon that you have some impact hits or some shenanigans.
I don't think trolls
No.
have impact hits.
I don't
And
have
they have
impact
initiative 1 as well, right?
They are weapon skill 4. No, wait, 3.
Okay, so then we hit at 4+, both of us. 4+, and then we get to see what kind of... That's a great roll.
Yeah, it is.
That's everyone but 2. And what kind of toughness do they have? 4, right?
Or toughness 4.
And I have strength 4, so 4+. That's a decent, but
Not
still 4 attacks go through.
Yeah. And now I have a 4+ regeneration. So 2.
2 wounds.
And I haven't even checked. I think they are 3 wounds each.
Yeah, they should be. I think that they are really like equal to ogres.
Weapon skill 3.
4+ to hit.
It's 5.
And then 4+ to wound as well.
Yeah, they're strength 5.
Strength 5, then they are 3+ 2. Then they are actually better than ogres.
Not a single one.
3+1.
Oh,
Yeah.
1 wound.
And I have no armor saves against that, so I'm just gonna pick out a wound counter.
But then, my friends, you are equal in combat. Because Jonas did 2 wounds,
Yeah.
and Martin did 1, but he had a charge. So unless either of you have a banner of some kind, you're...
No banners on these guys.
Yeah.
No musician.
Stalemate.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a draw.
I'm feeling quite optimistic.
I think they should wipe the table with them,
I'm hoping the
especially with
Demon
these
Prince
guys.
can do some real wounds.
I think that my only saving grace is if these guys roll really great at their shooting attacks and just...
Yeah, it could happen. That's like a quarter of my army.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, there's still something to work in.
Yeah, but we have some really fun combats coming up here. A lot of things can still happen.
But over here, I think that the Mournfang hit first, right?
Initiative 1. So. But you don't have like always strike last or something?
The Great Weapons have. The Mournfang cavalry do not.
3 at strength 5.
Hitting at 4+.
Yep.
Those are off. That's a great
That's
roll.
also once again.
5, wounding on 3+. No, sorry, these are flaming attacks actually. So they wound on 2+.
The nemesis of the trolls.
Yeah, that's exactly. And if you have flaming attacks, I have no save. Regeneration save. That's right?
Yeah, I think that counteracts regeneration wholly.
Not the negative, or it just disappears.
2 entire trolls are dead.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
And then we hit at the same time.
That's rough.
But if you deal even 1 wound, then 1 Mournfang is off the table, and that's huge for me as well. So
You pronounce huge the same way as Donald Trump. And
might be.
That makes me so happy.
Millions and millions and millions. Okay, I have 4 attacks, right? 4 attacks. Weapon skill 3.
4+. That's great.
And strength.
6
What did
now,
it say?
since you have flaming attacks as well. The hill.
It's strength 5 against toughness.
You have 1 additional since you are at the anvil of this.
Okay, so I have 1 more strength.
1 more.
Yeah, okay, so strength 6 against toughness.
Toughness 4.
That
all of them,
should
right?
do it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And since you're strength 6, I get 5+ armor saves.
Oh, that's right, they're 2+.
Nothing. That's a whole.
1.5 almost.
I'm gonna take the ugly one.
Yeah. That's kind of a
You've
inofficial
broken the
rule.
cardinal rule.
You always remove.
I need to
He
film
looks
your
like-
shame later on.
It looks like the Green Knight or something like.
Yeah,
sort of a
spooky.
hollow.
Yeah, it's intentional.
Yeah.
Artistic choice. But that was a great troll attack. But coming up is a bunch of great weapon attacks. I hope they'll pick him. That's not. But these are 2+.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's plenty of
say.
points.
So that's the last troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's the guy with. I think he's kind of cute. He has like this little.
Is it pipe?
You
or
know
what
the-
is it?
No, it's
flippers like the.
Yeah,
It's like a deep sea.
you know the
arch,
dongle with the lights
Yeah.
in front. I like it really
Right,
much.
I need to. Why it doesn't focus? Yeah, really cool.
But I can tell you right now, I managed to snap it when I painted it.
Oh.
It's really fragile.
Now you need to make a choice. You have reforms and.
I think I'm just gonna allow Martin to have his choice. I'm gonna.
But I mean, it's your turn next time.
Yeah, but that's what I was
right.
about to get into. I'm gonna charge Martin and I'm gonna let his big block of trolls have their field day with my ogres.
Doesn't necessarily need to turn out that way.
Look what. Remember what one troll did to this unit.
Yeah.
But we move on to Ogre Kingdoms turn 1, I think.
Turn 2.
No, it's true.
Turn 2.
Yeah.
So I basically only have one charge to declare, and I don't think that they can fail it.
Yeah. So you're actually gonna go in on these guys. Not gonna do any like.
I think that it will
sneaky
be.
stuff.
I don't think I get any better shows because I'm gonna be safe from these spiders this turn.
Yeah.
And
You could back it up and delay a turn to see if you can get help here.
I'm not gonna get a better chance to deal wounds. My plan is basically deal as much wounds as I can. These guys are gonna have the tough job of running through the entire left remains of the troll arm.
Alright,
So
go.
they are in melee.
And you're
You
flaming
have a high
attacks,
ground.
but Martin's
No,
does not.
he has also every unit within 6.
Alright, 6
so.
inches. Alright.
I think actually if since you charge
Yeah,
down,
I need to roll
you
it
get,
down dangerous train test.
yeah, but you get +1 to the combat result.
Yeah, that might be
Yeah.
true as well, since it's a hill. They
Alright.
are actually fine. That would have made a difference in the upcoming. And for remaining moves, these guys are just gonna get back into the action.
Yeah.
I think you can make a normal move, right?
Yeah.
Welcome back, my friends.
And what kind of normal move can I make that isn't terrible?
If I were to come into the battlefield and face this, I would be really
I'll go
unhappy.
back off the table again.
Yeah, I'll just turn around.
I'm gonna try to. Like,
Wait. Think about the 6 inches from the pit.
yeah, right. That was the
I might
channel
have,
bit.
Well, you might be within 6
Yeah.
of the giant.
That's true.
I am within 6 inches as well if I stay here, so I think I'm gonna just.
It would be.
I think Martin needs to check
Yeah.
this giant.
I have to make something. I have to check. I'm within 6 inches. What did the pit do?
It was a charnel pit. Suffers a -1 penalty to the leadership. So that's nothing.
They have leadership 10, I think. The giant
Yeah.
is super great with this.
Yeah. So, but my guys are not. So I kind of want to have my leadership intact.
Alright.
And that's everything for movement. So we head into shooting, and these guys are gonna fire a volley into your demon.
But you
prince.
Pretty good roll,
16.
actually.
Okay, 16. Let's go. Lead belchers.
They could, if they kill him here, then we're back on track. I'm not sure still how you're gonna deal with this stuff, but
Hitting over 4+.
that's also pretty good actually.
Pretty good roll. But he has a great toughness, right?
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5, so wounding on 5+.
Still, like, that's pretty.
Ouch! That's actually that's actually getting there.
6 wounds and toughness.
The demon
4.
Nurgle.
Strength 4 -1 from armor piercing as well. So they reduce by 2 if you have armor saves.
I have 2+ armor save. So I'm just gonna take this.
4
4+, 5+.
Okay, that's likely.
Oh, that's also very good one. But it does take 2 wounds. It's 1 wound remaining.
Yeah.
2 wounds, okay.
That was how you really scratched by there.
Yeah. Now I'm beginning to feel happy that the large block is gone.
I faced the same thing when I was playing against Mons last time.
Yeah.
His Goblin Doom Divers just annihilated my Demon Prince off the table. I think that they're a cool unit, but they are very vulnerable in the shooting at the face.
They have probably like a magnet. Like you want to shoot them because it's easy 500 points.
Yeah, they are so expensive.
Yeah.
But what do you say, Martin? Should we head into some close combat shenanigans? Should we
Yeah.
take the...
I think we saved the best for last, right? So we start with the
Okay, the
guys over
ogres.
here.
4+4+. That's 6 attacks, should result in 1 dead troll.
Yeah. Really should.
But you have
I have 4+ regen,
4+3.
but I have to make them all, and I don't. So
Uh,
1 wound spills over to
one
this
wound.
guy. So he's down to 2 wounds, and this guy is gone.
That's
Yeah.
kind of alright for me.
It's that's 4 attacks less for me to do.
Yeah.
I feel that's a good.
So I only have 8 attacks. And it's 4+.
Yeah.
Also a pretty good roll.
Strength 5 should mean
3+.
3+.
Very
Oh,
good roll.
let's see. And then I save on a 6+.
You need to save
No,
at
no, I
least-
don't. I don't have any saves since you have so much strength. That's 2 lead belchers off the table. And
So the small units of trolls are
yeah,
quite bad.
and I lose by 3 then.
No, you lose.
I did
Didn't you
2
do 3
wounds.
Oh,
I did 2 wounds.
2 wounds, yeah, then you lose by 3, yeah.
So I'm gonna need a leadership test of 4 or below.
That's alright! Congratulations!
But that feels right. Like it's huge guys fighting. They should probably just stand and hit
Yeah.
each other till they fall asleep.
No cowardly
Yeah.
stuff. Alright, then we have the very exciting part here.
12 attacks from the Mountain Cavalry. Hitting at... Oh, I could hit at your troll boss.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I have to issue a challenge.
I do not have anyone that can accept the challenge until
Okay.
this.
But I've done it at least.
Yeah.
Do you want to hit the troll boss? Or you could 2 of them could hit, technically.
I think I just want to get combat resolution. That's I could get the all attacks into the unit.
Yep.
4+.
Good luck. That's
Oh,
also a good roll.
That's a good roll. And these ones hit with strength 6 since they have a flaming rule.
Toughness 4. So
2+.
Yeah. That's
That's-
also decent.
7.
and I don't have a regeneration. That's right.
Yes.
No,
That's
no regeneration. That's 2.5 dead trolls actually.
2 and 1 wound on the next.
But then we head into the unfortunate part. I think that your leader might have great initiative, or does he?
He has initiative 2.
Okay.
So he's
then he is
double up.
Then he is up next.
Okay.
And the other ones
He
hit at
has.
the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there are any.
No, always strikes last.
Okay, always like that. So then I'm just gonna hit mine as well. Then you get mine
Yeah.
back. So we have 9 attacks. That's a miss. That's okay. That's okay. Those are not okay. 2+. That's 1 more.
So you've done 10 wounds.
Yeah, but
You
now
should
you
probably
get to,
remove them from the other side, but it doesn't matter. We just
Yeah,
count
yeah.
them as they are.
Yeah.
Did I didn't make the impact hits.
Yeah, you did.
You did,
2.
I think.
2 died.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
okay,
think
yeah,
you did. I'm
okay,
pretty
okay.
sure you did.
I'm grasping at
No,
straws.
you didn't.
No, I thought I
You
did.
didn't.
Maybe you didn't.
I think I just we just talked around it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then-
that's
that's
right.
it.
You didn't make it D3.
Yeah, D3 impact hits on each of these. Okay.
That's so bad.
That's the penalty for forgetting.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3.
Grasping at straw.
They are strength 5. So against toughness 4.
Yeah.
So these two.
Yeah.
Two.
That's one
But
more.
are they flaming?
I don't think that they count as regular
No.
attacks.
So then
You
then
have
I
a region save. Problem.
Yeah, then you have a region
Yeah.
save as well.
Yeah.
that's another
Okay.
dead troll.
Yeah.
That's another different.
But that does matter. That's
that's
three,
right.
three less
Yeah.
attacks. So.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so now I have
Pretending that these guys are gonna win.
But
15,
with the dice rolls, anything can happen.
25, but that means 3, so it's only 30 attacks.
Yeah.
25,
And then you have the leader.
yeah, 25, 30. That's 30 attacks.
Alright, so what is it there? Is this 4+?
I'm weapon skill 3,
Against 3, so it's 4+, yeah.
4
Yeah.
plus, and then it's strength 5.
+1 because of flavor.
No, I'm outside the
No,
hill.
6
Six
inches.
inches.
6 inches. per
Okay,
game.
okay.
Yeah.
So 4 plus.
Well, that's a pretty good roll, right?
I think it's a average. I
Yeah.
think it's on par.
That should be it.
And this one as well.
And then it's strength 6.
Wounding on 2 plus.
3, 4 ones.
It's not bad. 5, 10, 12.
12.
Do
Okay.
you have any saves?
Yeah, 6 plus armor save.
Alright, so how many do you need? You need to make quite a lot here to have anyone start.
Yeah, need to make the most fantastic Yahtzee roll of the game.
Might?
No, it's far from. This is one dead, this is one dead, and that is the other dead.
So all are dead.
All are off the table. Annihilated as the trolls turn the tide.
I'm gonna pivot them like this way.
Yeah, I feel like the Demon Prince should be able to.
I
mop
think
up
so,
this.
but it's all down to the dice roll.
Yeah.
So that's it for turn 2.
Yeah, then we head into turn 3.
I've got a charge with the Demon Prince,
Yeah.
since I can't take another round of shooting. Then I'm gonna do a stupidity test for trolls, below 8, and I fail.
Yeah.
So I stumble forwards, D6.
1d6.
Yeah.
5 inches.
Yeah.
Stupidity for the... No, yeah. Leadership.
Yes, it's this weird movement stuff.
He has 9.
Yeah, that's 9, so
Yeah.
it's alright.
But otherwise he would move forwards 3d6. So
You would end up.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I got charges to declare.
Yeah.
I got the giant.
Yeah.
And then the hell cannon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stand on every guy.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna roll.
Fleeing with these guys would be risky.
Snake eyes.
Yeah, but you're a fly, so you're
Yeah.
still. You
you
almost
rolled
gave me optimism, like.
Yeah.
It could.
And
But
then
he
I
only has
have,
1 wound.
I have to start with the giant here. I have to because otherwise this guy feels all the slot.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the giant.
Probably can't fail here.
Yeah, you're in the lead, however you roll it.
So this one goes into. Oh,
I think I need to roll a because the troll causes terror, right?
yeah.
This guy should also
Thing.
cause terror. He seems terrifying.
Yeah. I might need to take a.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll a leadership test on my guys as the reaction. 8. That
You have-
should be fine.
You should have the battles on the bear. Should have 8.
This is my complete list, but I could, technically I could just erase this, and all these. So I could fit in a half a sheet and fill. But on the other side, I have all the special rules. For,
3 pages.
like the Demon Prince and the Hell Cannon and the Giant.
The hell cannon is weird for sure.
Yeah, but
Okay, but you are in with the giant, and then if
Yeah.
you want to, you're in with the hell cannon as well.
this and this.
And
Oh,
we
it's
can-
magic.
Magic
You have
phase.
Magic phase.
9.
I
And
am
once again,
channel.
Alright.
so toughness spells and poisons then.
Yeah. I'm gonna increase my toughness by D3. I'm gonna
Okay.
5 dice it. So here comes the miscast.
Okay, I could actually potentially
3,
roll
6,
higher than that.
10, 14 plus 4, 18.
14, 18. I'm gonna use all my 6 dice to try to get it off the table. Or does it even matter? How much toughness does he have in base?
5. Did the shooting attack?
5. Yeah.
Yeah. Then it definitely matters. So I'm gonna try to get those. And I don't
It's
have
gone.
10.
13, 17 plus your wizard level.
I don't have any wizard
wizard.
level.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Is it 17?
17.
Yeah.
And yours is 10, 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it goes. You have it.
D3 toughness for a 2.
Okay.
plus
So
toughness.
wounding on 5 plus goes to wounding on 6 plus.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. That's all we need to remember. And I'm gonna 4 dice the poison attacks.
Overkill. So
on an 8 plus.
Yeah. Jonas has no spells, so.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
3, 9. Yeah.
it's there. There as
So
well.
it's there.
So yes,
And now you get
and
to-
toughness 7.
Perhaps further increase your what was it? Attacks and toughness once again.
Yeah, now it's wounds and toughness increased by 1. If I roll a 6, I
Okay.
cast 2
You
spells,
could double your toughness.
but I don't.
1 wound should be doable.
Double your
Yeah.
toughness.
Should we start with why we have it fresh
Okay.
in memory?
There's a
I
lot
know
of
that
crazy
Demon
rules over
Demon
here. So.
Prince rolls a ton of attacks. And you have higher initiative. And I need to check, do you cause terror on that guy?
Yeah.
I should probably have checked that beforehand, but
Yeah.
my bad. I did succeed, so.
Yeah. 5 attacks. Weapon skill 9.
Okay. Hit 4 attacks hits.
Yeah. That's not
Yeah.
a hit, yeah.
And he is strength. Wait, did I give him poisonous attacks? So that's
Yeah.
a wound.
That's a
Yeah.
wound.
Yeah. Strength 6.
2 plus.
So that's 4.
4 wounds, and that is 2 ogres.
Yeah.
Of the
And then I have a soul feeder. That means I roll a d6 for every unsaved wound dealt by the character in close combat. For each result of a 6, he regains a single lost wound.
Okay, yes.
So on 6s, I gain wounds back. And I gain 2 wounds.
So,
Up to 3 wounds.
so this is gonna be a tough day for the ogres. But then you do get to hit back.
Yeah.
So 3 attacks, hitting on 5s, wounding on 6s. So that's 1, and I need a 6. Do not get it.
Combat lost
And,
by 5.
4 or 5 wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
So snake eyes. Oh,
No.
they are fleeing. Do you want to pursue?
Yeah, I want to pursue.
Okay. 7. And
But it's fly.
You have swift strike, so I think you roll 3 dice as well.
Not of. Yeah, I have switch strike. Yeah, that's right. 6.
I'm actually somehow.
You actually are alright.
Okay. It's a bad day to be.
I actually love that he gained wounds.
Yeah, that's a super
I'm always
strong
nervous when it's one wound, one
Yeah.
shot can
Yeah.
destroy him.
Okay, so if everything goes as planned, these guys wins combat and then they turn over and then they shoot him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 3 attacks each. 4 plus, 4 plus. 4 attacks. 2 wounds. Potentially, you get
Yeah,
6.
4 plus regen.
1
I
wound.
got 1 wound left. That's
Then you
great.
hit back.
And then it's 8 attacks on 4 plus 3 plus.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's enough. 4. That's 1 with 2 wounds left. And I lose combat by 3, meaning that.
Wait.
2,
Yeah.
right? Didn't you do 2 wounds?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
you
did
did
4.
2.
Yeah, so
No, okay, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You lose by 2.
No, I only did 1 because the regeneration saved 1.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
right.
Regeneration, yeah.
So. Oh, they are fleeing. Do you want to pursue as well?
Yeah.
5. They are
9.
off the table.
So I just
Yeah.
like that. Do you feel chased?
Yeah. Now it's all down to this unit here.
Okay, but then we have some combat to do. I think that your giant and my bruiser strike at the same time, but they are not facing off against each other. My bruiser is going to hit your hell cannon, your giant is going to hit my block, and then everything happens at initiative 1, unless the giant does something weird.
Yeah, I think my dwarf handlers have initiative 2.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
So.
me too. They aren't,
Okay, but would you like to see what the giant does? Then I can roll my bruiser afterwards.
I would love to see what my giant does. It's big things table, right? Monstrous infantry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big things.
Okay. So on a 1, I gel and ball and the combat is over, right?
Yeah. And you win.
It could be. Oh, it would be.
Yeah,
so
I think you
boring.
win combat.
Yeah.
4, thump with club. So that's just
Then you have a rule for thump with club somewhere.
picks one model as his target and brings down his club with a single mighty strike. The target may attempt to avoid the blow by passing an initiative test.
Oh.
Use the lowest if the model has several different values.
What happens otherwise? You're just dead? Slain outright?
No, if the test is failed, the model takes 2d6 hits that wounds automatically with no armor saves allowed.
But they're just the model.
Yeah.
That's a weird
Yeah.
one, but yeah.
If a double is rolled, the Chaos Giant's club embeds itself in the ground and the Chaos Giant cannot attack at all in the following rounds.
Alright.
Okay, initiative test. I have 2 on my Iron Guts. They pass.
Ooh,
No!
they do pass!
He nimbly
yeah.
strides dances along.
Ogre might be nimble compared
So that's
to
the
giant.
giant fight, right?
Yeah,
That's
Is
it.
that everything?
That's everything.
yeah, but the giant can do great stuff, but he can also just do
Okay.
this. Do nothing.
Then we have my bruiser.
Yeah.
He attacks 4 times, weapon skill 5. But since you cost tower, I might need to make a leadership test. To
But
see
you did.
that. No, that was on those guys.
Okay, okay.
9. I need to reroll. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I hit on 3+.
Yeah.
That's
Then
all of them.
the 6s went to the handlers, right?
The
It's
wounds.
afterwards.
After only one.
After the wounds have been done.
So how much toughness does the Hell Cannon have?
6.
Then I roll wound on a 4+. So 3 wounds, and I'm gonna roll this on a 1 to 4. They go into the monster. On a 5 or 6, they go into the handler. So 2 wounds in the monster and 1 on the handler.
1 handler is dead.
Okay.
And 2 wounds on the monster is 4 plus armor save, which means
Reduced to a 6+. No, it's reduced wholly.
yeah. Okay. Then I have a 5 plus war save. That's it.
So
Right,
1
so
wound
one
on each.
Yeah. So I take 2 wounds, like 1 on the handler, 1 on the
Yeah.
And then your 2 handlers can strike at me, and you can allocate your wounds either to my bruiser or to my
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the unit. Weapon skill 4,
hitting on 3+.
strength 3,
Wounding on 4+.
so 1.
And I have a 5+ armor save. I get 1 wound.
Actually, make a wound.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
Like the little case dwarfs that climbs forward.
And then your Hell Cannon.
Yeah.
And it can either hit my bruiser as well, or it can go savage on my...
Gonna go into the. Let's go into the bruiser, I think.
Okay, gonna kill.
Yep. 5 attacks. Weapon skill 4.
Hitting on 4+.
Strength 5.
Wounding on 4+.
So 1.
5+ armor save, 6+ parry save. Oh, saves.
Then the ogres get to hit back.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I have 6 attacks against the troll.
Yeah.
And he has really good weapon skill, right?
3.
3, okay. Not so. But my guys are poorly at... And strength 6 against toughness.
6.
4+. 2 wounds.
Alright. He only has a 6+ armor save, right?
No armor save at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
So he's down to 4 wounds.
And then 3 attacks are gonna go into the Hell Cannon.
Yeah. Weapons do.
Or like 9, 3 ogres.
Yeah.
Those are misses.
Toughness 6.
3 plus 2.
And then you roll to see.
Yeah, which ones gets the.
Yeah.
So
into the
1 handler and 3 into the monster.
Okay, so I'm down to 1 handler left. 3 into the monster, and you.
5 plus ward saves.
Okay. I'm gonna use these dice.
Oh, that's a great.
Yeah. Another wound.
So you win combat by 6.
Yeah.
No, 7.
7, yeah, 4 plus 3, yeah.
Yeah,
7.
7.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's problematic. But I have
I think you are like.
stubborn on a giant.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's
and he has
Do
leadership
the
10.
demons flee or do they crumble? or?
unbreakable on the
Hell
Hell
Cannon.
Cannon.
Except so it can't flee. So
no, but
the demon, the chaos giant just needs to pass a leadership of 10.
yeah,
It's
and he
fine.
does.
Yeah.
And the unbreakable, does he crumble?
No,
He
he
just
does
not
does not care.
Yeah.
He is there.
okay.
Yeah.
This is.
Unbreakable is one of those.
I've
best-
never played
Yeah.
like the bad guys.
Yeah.
I've never had unbreakable or anything like that.
Yeah. But that's everything for the
So
demons.
this could be a real stalemate.
This could be you might need to bring in your ogres actually, or trolls. I mean.
Yeah. My spiders haven't done a single thing. They're just
You're standing
wandering
there.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
That's-
head into Orcs, like Ogre Kingdoms, turn 3.
Yeah.
And basically the only movement I have to do is to check whether or not
These keep on fleeing.
yeah. So leadership test.
Pass.
They rally and they get to reform and
Still looking grim for these guys.
how do they want to reform? Yeah, okay. It's like that. And then we head straight into magic phase. There's nothing to dispel.
No.
And we go past my shooting because I reform so I can't shoot. And we head into combat.
Back into combat. Let's
So-
see what the giant can do this time.
If you roll a 1, then this is the shortest round of Warhammer ever. 6. That's a headbutt. And he headbutts a single enemy model from the target unit, automatically inflicting 1 wound with no armor saves allowed. If the victim is wounded but not slain, then he is dazed and loses all of his following attacks. If the target has not yet attacked in that combat round, he loses those attacks. If he has already attacked, then he loses the next round's attack.
Okay.
But he attacks this round, because it's the same
Yeah.
initiative.
So you
I do
stumble
1 wound.
and he
And he
He's
loses his attacks the next round.
yeah. But 1 wound from that kind of model, he doesn't feel great at killing me.
It's really
monstrous.
No,
Yeah.
no.
He's probably decent against monsters, but not monsters infantry,
No,
because it's too
That's
many models.
like the worst.
Yeah.
Then my bruiser tries to attack again. He's gonna need to pass a terror test so that he has any weapon skill to. He needs to reroll. He passes.
Passes, yeah.
Then he does as previously and attacks 4 times into the monstrous cannon. And those are hits. And wounding on 4+. 1 wound and it goes into the monster.
I have a 4+1.
Yeah, 5
5 plus. I don't make it, so he's down to 2 wounds. This is
Yeah.
not good. He should. Everyone said he was mean, like in close combat, but not.
Yeah,
against
but
this.
he's against
They
yeah,
always
he's
fight
quite his
attacks.
stat.
Yeah.
Then your
It's,
handlers.
My handlers, I only have 1, and he does nothing.
And then we hit at the same time, so would you like to go havoc with your
Two
cannon?
counters.
That's 5 attacks,
3 hits,
4 plus, and then strength 5. No.
1 wound.
Yeah, 1.
So Bruiser is gonna need strength 5. He has a 3 plus going to 4 plus to 5 plus. 5 plus 6 plus.
Yeah.
Say it again. Okay.
Yeah.
Then one ogre do not get to hit, so 3 attacks into the troll. 3 hits. 4 plus 2 wounds on the giant. And then we have 9 hits into the hell cannon.
Yep.
Those are misses.
I don't have to count.
Uh,
Not gonna be in combat. One
Those
handler. The last
are-
handler.
4 wounds.
3. 100.
No, I need to check which
Okay.
they get. Which
Yeah.
one, sorry.
100.
One
100 is
handler.
dead and 3 into the monsters.
Yeah, and he has a 5 plus ward.
Yep.
For none, so he's dead.
Is
Yeah.
it dead?
He's dead.
No! No! That's not good.
So they do manage to take out one monstrosity.
Yeah. But there's another one closing in. Hmm?
And another one in the distance.
I just have to pass like a 10.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Fine.
And then we are done with that round of combat.
Yeah.
And it's Martin turn 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only have 1 charge to declare. And it's the
Do you
force.
not?
I'm just gonna skip the magician over here. I
Okay,
think,
okay.
'cause I can.
Yeah, that's probably correct.
And it's 20 inch, so he should go
Yeah.
up to here.
I'm gonna close these guys in. You get a
Yeah.
flank charge on me, so.
And then stupidity test for the trolls below
Yeah,
8.
you might need to check for these
Yeah,
ones as
that's
well.
true.
Yeah,
For
they,
those trolls,
They are not alright.
No.
they had the demon prince next to them.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's right. That's right. They are
so
super
these
alright.
trolls are not alright.
Not
They stumble,
alright.
they stumble again
Yeah.
for another d6 for a 3.
Now they're into the water. and
Yeah,
can't
now I
march.
can't march. So let's see, that should be over
Yeah.
here. I'm not gonna waste magic. I can't reach anything. I can't buff any unit that gets like 18 inch. I can't do anything with my magic. The only thing I can do is I can.
You could technically cast spells on these guys,
Yeah.
and then you could regain wounds
Yeah.
and toughness. But
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, 6 dices, 1 channel. Nope. So 6 dices. I'm gonna.
But it might also be like
Yeah,
miscast.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, it could. It's
Yeah.
And you don't really like. You might not need all that many, but
I'm just gonna do these again. Curse of the leopard to
okay.
increase their toughness. 10 plus.
Yeah, but you make it with the.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
wizard level.
isn't double 1 in these guys?
No.
No. In 60s. But
so I dispel it.
Okay. And I have 3 more dice, and I'm gonna do with Blades of Purification to get poison attacks on these guys.
they
9, 12.
Yeah, they have more attacks.
So then I roll a d6, and on 6 I gain a toughness. Nope. That's it.
Okay.
then you have 2. Where do you want to start? Is it the giant or is it those guys?
Let's start over.
Okay. 3 attacks into your trolls. 4 plus 4 plus.
do actually. You
They
could
do
kill
actually.
one.
Yeah, and I have 4 plus. Ward save? No!
Okay,
kill
so
one.
1. But now you get to hit back.
Yes, we have a single one remaining.
You made 2 wounds. No, I
One.
saved 1. I saved
Yeah.
1. Yes. So 4 attacks.
3 plus 2 wound. That's 1 wound.
So
So they just
it wins
stand.
combat by 2.
Yeah, I have
Flank
a flank
charge,
charge.
charge,
Yeah,
flank,
that's
Yeah, right.
and same amount of wounds.
So I need a great leadership test again.
No.
Okay, do you want to pursue
I
it?
want to pursue.
Okay. 9. I'm
be-
off the table, so.
I don't think you are.
I'm also
Say-
off the table, I think.
No, you're not
No,
on
I
the
mean-
table because you go this way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you are correct.
And then we have 1 inch behind, we're gonna have the
Yeah.
troll. But one of your guys died.
No, he took 1 wound.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
This has been like a goose chase around this corner.
Yeah, now he's running away.
Yeah. So it's this fight that
Yeah, so let's see what is a giant. 2.
So it's
I want to have my guy. My guy is gonna have to. So you can choose to if you want to hit my bruiser this time because I want him in.
yeah,
shuffle.
okay, yeah. But I'm just into the unit, I think.
Okay, so 2. Whatever does it?
That was the. You can make the initiative test.
Okay, so you clubber me.
Yeah, thump with club.
Okay, so initiative test to avoid.
Yeah, if it makes it again.
And I have 2 wounds left on my giant,
yeah.
so it's looking dark.
4 attacks, misses. He has 4 plus the wound, 1 wound, and then it's a truckload of ogres that are
I
gonna.
think it's weird that it doesn't have like.
I know that I can give the...
There's no armor save or anything.
No, the Orphan Goblin can give him a 6+ ward save, but...
Yeah, I think it can do it if I take him as a chaos
4 plus.
giant.
Yeah.
Something else.
3 wounds, yeah. He's dead.
He's dead.
So these guys turned out to be the real deal over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they still have the big obstacle. But if you manage to win that combat, then it could be done. But it's looking good for Martin though.
It's looking good for Martin. Okay. So, but we head into
Your turn. 5.
Yeah,
No,
my,
4.
my turn 4.
Yeah.
I can't make any charges. I'm just gonna make a movement and try to rally these guys.
You could, but it may be too far.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rally these guys. 8. They continue running.
How far? Now they're
off the table. And we're gonna move and march roughly like this.
You wanna be that close?
Now perhaps it's dangerous.
Because you get, when you charge, you get 1 extra strength for every roll, right? To the
Yeah.
So the
Or
guy
like only in the ogre charge. Okay, something like that. Because now you're gonna need. You're arguably gonna need
4.
an easy roll, anyways.
Maybe stack him up a little bit more. Because he probably, I don't know, probably has to charge, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try anyway.
So now it's at least a 6 plus. Okay,
And he could lose the stupidity. He's done that twice now.
Okay, let's hope for success. And my magic phase is over, and my shooting phase is non-existent, and I do not get to hit anything with my clubs today.
So it's Troll's turn 5.
Yeah, and that's just a stupidity test first.
They make
Manage.
They make it.
Yeah. So that's a charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the demon. Now it's
And
waiting.
my rule is that I cannot use flee as a short reaction,
Okay.
as I am a giant breaker.
You need a 6 here.
Oh,
that's definitely enough. Definitely enough.
That should be.
Yeah.
In.
So we're probably looking at the final turn here, depending
Yeah.
on how things go.
But I'm hoping that this is gonna be somewhat good for me.
But I wouldn't guessed it in my whole life that the final battle would be here. That's the farthest one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna move this one 20 inch.
Are you within his leadership?
No, I'm not. I'm just outside.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna just let the spiders run over into
Scatter.
it. No, they can't march
Scatter
in the
around.
water.
They can start marching before the water and march
Okay.
into it, I guess.
Yeah, I
Because
think
they
so.
can't start
Yeah.
marching when they're
Ah,
inside.
they're gonna bait
Oh.
it. Yeah. And then he's just gonna move like
Yeah.
over here.
He's not gonna make it into combat. Because
Yeah. It's like the the guy that misses everything.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
runs back over.
He hopes it'll
Where
arrive.
is everybody?
The only thing he's been doing is like standing and beating people up and then
Yeah.
running around.
But he lost all his friends, so.
Yeah, quite sad.
Magic face.
6
Okay.
and a channel.
No.
So I got 6 dice.
So toughness.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Poisonous
3 dice.
attacks.
Toughness, increase their toughness by D3. Oh dang!
Oh, we have a miscast.
Okay, so you do get it.
Yeah.
That was the one I didn't want to. How much more
D3.
toughness?
I'm gonna roll this one because it seems like they roll
Yeah.
high. And they get 2.
True.
That's really.
But
That's not overly bad when I think about it. You do get you move from a 2+ to a 4+, but I do have a chance to wound
Yeah,
you at
yeah.
least.
The miscast is
9.
Again,
That's the wizard. So you lose.
on a 2+, he
You take a strength
Take-
6 hit.
yeah. Yeah.
So then you get the ward save against it. I
Yeah,
retcon.
5+. No, he takes a wound. But then he loses.
D6 power die.
Yeah, that's all one.
Okay.
That's one that it is. But he
Don't you
One-
lose the spell as well?
No, that's when you lose wizard levels.
on a 6+, since he got that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
one. No,
No.
the opposite.
Alright.
Then we fight.
And
Then
then
you
you fight.
fight.
Initiative 2.
You have to issue a challenge, right?
Yeah, that's right. Throgg issues a challenge.
And my giant breaker never refuses a challenge.
Alright,
Oh,
we have
that's
a
great.
challenge.
So, I'm initiative 2.
I'm initiative 4, I think, something like that. Or like
we
we
have
can.
Throgg and the Bruiser fighting it
This
out.
is like the
Or is this the Bruiser? Yeah. it
Yes,
is.
this is the
this is like
giant
the epic
breaker.
final
Yeah.
battle.
So do you guys cause terror or something, or is it?
No, they only cost fear.
Now
No
I
terror,
realize
no fear, nothing.
afterwards,
Huh?
if I could have got my bruiser onto this hill, since it grants everything flaming attacks,
Yeah.
he would have a 2+ ward save against every attack,
Yeah.
because the helm grants a 2+ ward save against flaming attacks.
Oh.
Mm.
He would be super mean.
Oh.
Okay, but he hits weapon skill 5 against your weapon skill. Hello?
5.
Okay, so 4+. 1 hit lands. How much toughness?
5.
Including the upgrade.
Upgrade.
You have a 2+ because of the spell. So I guess you're at the 7.
Yeah, I'm toughness 7.
Okay, so wounding
Yeah,
on
that's
5+. Nothing.
And then I hit with 5 attacks. Weapon skill 5.
4+ to hit.
That's not a good roll.
No, man.
Strength 5. 8. Sorry.
Strength 8 wounds on 2+. Okay, so I basically only have my parry saving on that. 6+. Nothing, he takes a wound.
Yeah.
And he is down to 3 remaining. And then your trolls hit before my guys do, because I have always strike last.
Okay. So 27 attacks
Yeah.
into the unit.
That's
Weapon skill 3 on my guys.
Yeah, 3 here as well.
Okay, so 4+2. It's fun rolling dice.
There's one more.
And 2.
And they are strength 5.
Wounding on 3+. That's 4, 9, 3 dead ogres, I think.
They don't have any saves?
They have a 5+ that goes down to a non-existent. So 9 wounds inflicted. And you break one of my ranks, that is huge as well. But I do get to hit back.
Yep.
4+, 2+. And that one's gone. No, wait, you had toughness, right? You have your toughness in boost.
So it's 4
Plus
plus,
2.
yeah, it's only those.
6, so
Yeah.
3 attacks. That,
Okay, and a 4+ regen for 2.
okay, so 2
One
ones.
is down to 1 wound. So you did
Yeah, he needs snake eyes for
you
sure.
did 2 wounds and I did 10. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
snake eyes. He also has, yeah.
Double 1 with reroll. Nope. No. Do you
It
want
was
to?
doubles.
Yeah, that was at least.
Do you pursue?
Yeah, I pursue.
Okay.
And you
9.
run 9.
So-
So I run 11. So I'm kind of
Okay.
Yeah, that was the.
I'm just barely left on the table right
Yeah, but you
But
are.
you still
Yeah,
killed him.
So, thank you for a good game, Martin.
Thank you very much.
So, that was a really intense game, Martin.
Yeah, it was not what I expected.
Yeah. Did you feel that you get everything you wanted out of your army, because I think personally they felt kind of fun to play against.
Yeah, they were fun to play, but I didn't get like the overwhelming amount of attacks or like the ward save I was looking forward to.
Yeah, but
And the Hell Cannon did one good thing, and then everyone talked about it being like evil in close combat, but it wasn't that much.
But truth be told, it faced off against units that are specifically designed and allocated to kill monstrous units.
Yeah, okay.
So they were in the combat with their direct counter.
Yeah.
And I had my bruiser there as well to help out.
Yeah, and the giant rolled not so good, and it's not, that we can agree on that it's not good against monstrous infantry.
I think so as well. I think it's a really cool unit. One of the cool things about the giant is its staying power, because it stuck around in combat in like 4 rounds or something.
No, three times.
Three
Yeah.
combat.
But it's still one of my favorite units. Very special with its own rule table, and it can be very exciting
It
games.
adds flavor.
Shouldn't
for
it
certain. Yeah, it should have
really
tipped
fall
over.
over?
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
have fallen
Yeah.
over. I forgot about that.
Let it fall over.
No! Fun.
The most fun part about the
Iconic.
giant.
But it would probably just.
I think you can fall over if you lose his combat as well.
I think that's one of the weird ones. I think that you always have to roll when they go over difficult terrain,
Yeah.
because they can stumble and fall, and like whenever they need to take some kind of.
They can
What
fall and
another
take a
unit?
wound as well. They
Yeah,
can
yeah,
actually
exactly.
kill themselves by falling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really weird stuff. What about the trolls? The main part of this unit. What do you think about those? Both Martin and Jonas who faced those.
I love them. I
Yeah.
love them. I think they're really fun, but I would like to try them against variations. Like, I know they're evil, like front to front, but once you get into the flank or anything, if you have cavalry, you can like bind them up. You can sacrifice units and make them. That's like 850 points that could be useless for a whole game, and you can tie them up for like a quarter of that point.
I want to try them against the Dark Elves. You can tie them cheaply with some cheap units and then come in from the sides. And
Exactly.
yeah, I would like to face
You're
these.
gonna have to be super coordinated to pull that off, because
Yeah, but
you can reform them in combat and then like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the main part about that is no unit that gets into melee with them is gonna stay in melee with them for more than 1 round, because
No,
the amount of attacks that you roll in that horde formation
Yeah.
is brutal.
it's 10 per.
But if I bring a double Hydra, flaming attacks, flaming breath.
Yeah.
I think the Hydra is just dead. It might be like my Mournfang cavalry. You rush in, you deal like 10 wounds. Feels great, then you realize it's only 3 models that you're put off the table.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's the
But you had once you had the flaming attacks on the hill, you took away like 4 trolls
yeah.
in 1 round.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like
So that loses me, even if they have high toughness and everything. Like as soon as you have flaming attacks or get past the regeneration, then they crumble quickly.
yeah, but that's like if we like step back a bit and take like a perspective look at the things. Like I had one thing that didn't go my way. Your Hell Cannon
Yeah.
like killed my general magician and the whole Bulls. That aside, I had everything set up for my units. I had the hill, which granted those flaming attacks. I had got the charge. I got to be the only unit in combat that didn't have any disadvantages on that account. And your units still performed excellently.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
wiped
that's
out
true.
the Mournfang cavalry as they were like nothing.
If I would bring another army and face this one, I would be really scared of the Mournfangs. Like they're really heavy.
Yeah, I think they're a unit that I kind of think is understated. Like I think they're kind of cheap considering how many attacks that they do get.
Yeah.
Because I think that they're one of the stronger units that the ogres have in their repertoire.
I played against them so many times and they always do great work. They're super scary.
Yeah, it's like that 2+ armor save and then you get great weapons, and the Mournfang cavalry hit like a truck themselves. It's just too much, and then they have good mobility, everything.
But we should try. I want to play them again, but we should try like if you now you know the army and you try to build like a direct counter to see how quickly they can crumble. Like if you throw initiative test and you take flaming attacks and shooting and you lock them down from moving, I mean they fail with stupidity.
But I think that's one of the interesting things about your army. With the addition of the demon priest, I think he can function like a star player. You can use him to augment your units if you need to, or like send him in if you need to take out those heavy hitting, like let's say that there's a cannon or a problematic unit for him. He can probably deal with them on his own.
Yeah. That's why I wanted him to have fly. I was really important to me because to be able to maneuver around. I only have the spiders or the hounds. Then it's trolls. It's just stupidity, and I failed a couple of tests. And you have to adapt all the time.
I think the best way to deal with an army like this is just high mobility and not go into combat with it.
Yeah,
move around, shoot.
You could possibly put together a really cool unit where you had those like light cavalry units.
Yeah, dark riders. Yeah,
with crossbows. That might be a problematic.
Yeah,
because their movement is not good enough to close the gap easily against a unit like that. But one misstep and you're dead.
Yeah, but if you like split them up, as you said, it might be fun to try like out a different templates, because I think if you get into a situation where we face off head against like troll against ogre or whatever unit you bring, I think the trolls are a contender to gonna win.
I think so as well. They lose by that they don't have a flag, they don't have a champion or musician. They have the other advantages, like in the fight. They have to make many wounds.
Yeah, but they do.
yeah, absolutely. But I want to build like 2,400 points. I got 200 points to spare, and I want another monster, but I haven't decided which.
Okay, so it's gonna be interesting
like
to see what
war beast or anything, cockatrice or something.
Yeah,
that would be fun. Like on the theme, still like something from a cave. That's my plan.
Yeah. But it was great playing against you, Martin. So I thank you for a good game.
Thank you.
And it's great to like be back at playing Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
This is my first game of the year, I think. Sadly.
Please like and subscribe and comment. Bye.